Hey, pizza. First you are. Thanks for coming on by. I appreciate that. Yeah. Hey, of course, of course. Yep. Random captions. No, thank you. Oh my bad, I didn't realize. Yeah, your profile picture. You are in space now. Yeah. Everyone who chats, gets added to the visualization that currently only exists in the start screen, but I had other plans for that visualization. But right now it's just you float off into space. Weird didn't add me there. There I am. There it pops up. But yeah, when you're the only person who's chatted, you're the only one to pick from. Yeah, I had some plans to gamify that, do a multi-version player of Breakout or stuff like that, but ain't nobody got time to do all that stuff. Hey, wait. Appreciate you coming on by too. Let us get it started. So, Advent of Code Day 8 is nearly upon us. But first, we're going to try to make a visualization, of course, out of Day 7. And it's going to be one of these sunburst charts. Now, I found, like, this thing, Plotly, it looks like it got some great examples. I'm going to try to avoid D3JS for my own sanity, but this looks cool. I figured I would be able to see how this is all animated and cool. Very amazing. Figured I would be able to use this and shove our file system and tree data into it. And even, as you can see here, it handles a large number of slices. And somewhere, I think on this page, I found that you can, in fact, animate it. I'm going to stop animating. And this, according to this snippet, you can animate it in some way. So, that do be the plan. So we're going for, what is it? Which one do we want to take as our example guinea pig? Large number of slices. That's kind of what we're doing. We also want the animation, so maybe we'll start off with, scroll up, labels and values. Interesting. We'll take this one. Yoink. And visualize HTML. There we go. Drop that in a script tag. And screencast it on, y'all. Wrong file. There it is. And now we need to bring in a lovely script and a divvy div div. I think this should be up top though. Should be auto format, makes it look great. In the 07 folder, as you can see, I was playing my crane game. Wrong folder. 7 folder. And we have a visualization. That is, it's alive. Okay, so let's start to understand what exactly is happening here. Plotly.animate. Oh, it just reverses the values. That's cool. So I guess the goal initially is to just get our real data into this. How do we feed data to Plotly? Our old visualize, which builds a file system with names. Yep, this is the one we want to use. We'll lose all our types, but that's okay. Yeah, and yoink all this to our lovely code up here. Yoink, yoink, and get rid of all the TypeScript stuff. Ba 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 ba. As you can see, TypeScript and JavaScript not that different when you gotta do this. And boom, we converted it to JavaScript. Hey, I appreciate that, Lark. All good, all good. It's expected. Rest up for the next adventure. Okay, so we have all this data. Now we're gonna again hard code our input like we did the last HTML visualization. Where is the sample? We need a sample. There's a lovely sample. I messed up on that pasting. Here's our lovely input. So const input equals big string. There we go. Now we need to figure out this. So I guess we gotta read the documentation. Say it ain't so. Okay, let's figure out how they do this. So they give a array of names and an array of parents. There's gotta be a better way to format this data. Labels, parents, label, IDs, labels, parent. Data, IDs, unpack. What's this unpack? That's a CSV file. Okay, so it looks like this is the way it takes data. Okay, this is the documentation page. We're not gonna find anything else. So what I need to do is to take everything and generate three arrays, and the values will actually be the sizes, so not too bad to do. So we're gonna rename you to, whoa, too many selectos, to Plotly data, and then layout, or we can literally hard code you. Boop. And then this Plotly data. Oh, look at that. I named it the right. I don't think I was supposed to rename that thing. Make sure this still works. Yeah, it's not absolutely on fire. Okay, so now we need to generate our const root or file system equals build file system. We love this. Now, here comes the fun part. For every directory, we need to, or for every entity, and we'll do it in the order of that we find them, we need to add its label, its parent, and its value to the thing. Now, they use IDs. How did they use IDs? Is it positionally? It's positionally. Okay, I got it. So for arrays, Nope, not that. Oh, no, not that also. Thank you, you're getting the idea. And now here we go. So function recur or collect plot, collect plotly data, entity. And now we also need our current path. This generates our ID. Path. It's going to initialize as boring array with slash. Then we're going to call it with the root of the file system. Now the fun part. Oh. Okay, this is pretty good. IDs, we're not pushing into this exactly. We're pushing. Technically, we're also pushing the path, but path is being passed by reference. So IDs equals path dot join forward slashes plus forward slash. This really should be a path member. Const new path equals dot 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 path and you. Now we can say new path dot join with the forward slashes. Labels that parents is technically it's old path dot join forward slashes. Values is push size, or we have that get size function. Do we have it here? We do not have it here. Great sadness. I think Visualize has a copy of it. Where do you get entity size from? Ah, it's only being shown on the children. Okay, I guess you'll need the get size that we defined way up here. No, I said yoink. Yoink, yoink. Cute little helper, you live up here. Drop the types. That should do the magic. So we do want to give our parents values. Get size of the entity. Then begin iteration through the children. Collect plotly data. We don't need to use that. We can use new path as long as you make a copy. This isn't mutating any badly. Now this should do the trick. Labels parents values using all the methods shorthand. Same for IDS. Now there are some settings here that do stuff. Well, first we can do width equals window enter width times 0.9, aka 90% of width. Enter height times 0.9, 90% height. Margins, we've removed those. Love that. Marker line width. Is this a marker? Is this a little tooltip a marker? That's fine, I guess. Leaf opacity. Ah, the opacity of the things that aren't. This is actually good. We have a different styling for files. Because files don't have things. 0.4 is a bit strong, though. Let's hit it up. 0.6. We want to actually see them. Outside text font. Is this? Ah, it's the middle text. Don't know what the Eve even stands for. Who said Eve? Literally, why do we have the word Eve in here? Who put it here? Nobody asked for you. Wait, literally. Oh, it's the first label, I bet, huh? Okay. Moment of truth. Look at that. Okay, we don't need that. Let's not. We will need that, but we don't need that right at this moment. We need to read our code. Great, so we got forward slash root contains. Oh, look at that. Look what they did. Okay, I can't show it. But they added a numeric separator. We love that. Oh, and you can click this. Fancy. DJ. Oh, these are file names. Wow, I forgot how nonsensical they are. As you can see, there is a root directory. And this is implied. We do not need the root directory visible in our universe. So I guess after we do this, we're gonna remove first. So IDS dot unshift, shift to get rid of it. Copilot, help me. There we go. We get rid of the first one, I think. Triple slash. That's awkward. Maybe we will keep it. I don't know. We'll figure that out as we animate it, I suppose. I'm trying to remember my pattern of, because as much as it is to build the file system, the animation is updating the data like this. So that's just slices reverses it. But if I set values to values in data, it does the magic. Technically, everything else is also updating. So for every collection, I do a rendering. Easy. Got it. Got it. So if we meander on up here, drop this here, and I make this promised based, make an asynchronous function. Every time we add something, we'd be like, wait up, hold a minute. Ooh, that would be cool, but I have no idea if that works. New promise, not 0 milliseconds, 100. And after that 100, we do a rendering, which apparently has a duration of 500. So we wait 500 more milliseconds, I suppose. Okay. We also need to update all the other things. Wait, values. This is also, it's just values, right? Just values. I hope everything else is safely animatable. I didn't really check. I guess that's what we're doing now, technically. Moment of truth. 500 delay. Let's see her go. That was all awfully quick. I didn't see much animation happening. Oh, there we go. I forgot the promisiness. There's homepage. There's someone's not doing something right. This is asynchronous. We await that. We await our delay. We await this, which is asynchronous again. Okay, I mean, this is a small sample size. I should be able to track its movements. I'll track IDs. Well, I'll track all of them. Though that's a lot of clutter, so like I suggested, Copilot, I just want to see the IDs. Those are trash IDs, firstly. Don't know how they got there. Supposed to be the path joined with the entity name, and I bet all the entities... all entities should have names. What should I call this? It's a great thing about having globals. /A. Okay, so I guess there's one double / or whatever. Technically, I already had a path of this, so... Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I can see where the extra / are coming from. It's honestly not an impact for IDs. Oh, look at that. It did a thing. So this is cool. Actually, yeah, I like this visualization because you can hover over the middle to see the total. Great. Not feeling the animation though. So duration. Is this a double duration? Are they summed together and I'm just going too fast? So that pop in part looked pretty good. But when we were rendering / and /A, do you not have some? I guess we gotta look at everything else now. IDs, labels, parents, and values, because some of this is being awfully empty. 48,009. Oh, because it's such a small numeric compared to the root. Ah. because they're all sums, right? Which is why 8, 7, 5, and 4. 8, 7, 5, 4 equal 24, but it's literally only showing half. Okay, so these sizes aren't doing what they should be. So I say D has a size of 24,000 or 224 million or whatever. And it does. Do the directories not get sizes then? Or values? Entity size. You have an entity size. Or entity size or 0. So however Plotly visualizes these is not like how I see it. Hmm. So this is a lot of flippy floppy stuff. Okay, the letter D is 0, but it is a sum of all its values. And I don't know how these values will work. Values need to be, let's find a sum parent relation. Repeated labels, that's how they do that. Here we go. Branch values. Total, the value of the parent represents the width of its wedge. Huh. Some of the values. Okay, let's try that. Branch values total. Got no idea. I think this might be it. Makes sense. There's customizability here. Would also make sense if I read the documentation. I didn't. I feel like I was right on the animation though. We'll leave it as so. Nah, bad math. The directory is not even showing the children. Oh, here it comes. Okay, this is correct. So this is correct. Yeah, this is actually correct. Why did that animation not look good, though? I want a good-looking animation. Plotly.animate. We're really close, though, folks. So what I will do is shove it in the real input, since we are so close to actual Advent. And crank these down. 1 hundo each. 2 hundo for you. There you go. Just so we can see something before we scamper off. I got a lot of consoles in there. But look at her go! Look at that! Yeah! And this also shows that this is very much a breadth first search. No, it's depth first. Darn it, I got it wrong. But you can see because it's going deep until as far as it can go. Now what's missing is highlight of where I'm currently at. There she goes. Now what would be cool if I was zoomed in. So I programmatically control my focus mode. So I click on BGV. There you go. Well, I'm focused at least 3 out, something like that. Okay, I need to zoom out. Please let me free. Let me be free. Free me! Don't like your orange. There, okay, I'm free. Look at her still going. Yeah, this is basically kind of exactly what I wanted. Just animation not being as I see, and these colors are meh. Pretty close. 4 minutes out. What do these things do? Toggle, show closest, produce. Okay, I love that. Yeah, some kind of at least trail marker to get to where I currently am with the CDs. Which would mean I am doing this programmatically, because right now this is just literally alphabetically as they were added, not necessarily as they were discovered. Let's get that timer going. 3:26. Boop. Look at it go. Yeah, animation based on duration, all that fun stuff. All that fun stuff for us to figure out after day 8. Of day 8 to make that folder. Put .in. Not visualize. We ain't visualizing this just yet. Solve TS. Grab my code. Drop it in here. Save it. Turn on Quokka. Look at this old code. Yeah, this old code's understandable. Hit up data. We see Quokka doing the Quokka thing. Drop that line. We have our input ready. T 2 minutes out from there. We are ready to go. See if any fellow 100 devers are going to be taking it on with me tonight. Suda Mateo's not on. See if anyone else she is. Looks like Madeline is not taking it on either. Yeah, okay. Just me as far as I can tell. Got 2 minutes out. We are ready. Thank you, Quokka. It's an interesting Christmas tree. I guess there's a circle here or something. Maybe it's a forest and this is the ocean. These little wavy things. Ah, yeah, because this is looking like a river. Yes, totally looks like ocean, river, forest, beach. Maybe the yellow's beach. And you get this. Maybe these are mountains. Your guess is as good as mine. How would I, since we're first time we've gotten here technically early. Yeah, so that needs optimization, but visualize. Yeah, I guess it would be I combine this with my actual commands. Plotly anime, I gotta look up, see how that really works. And the coloring of the current location, so we'll figure all that out eventually. But here we go. Hey, I'm glad you made it. Yeah, I appreciate it. Those who don't know, fellow Hunter Dever also does some pretty cool streams. Was streaming, I think it was yesterday. Be sure to check them out. Oh, we're doing tree stuff. I hope it's not this kind of crazy tree stuff again, but numbers. Oh, big numbers. The numbers got bigger. Only 100 lines though. Each line only being 100 characters. I can see this being easily bad numberable. Whether there's enough to keep a tree, you need to count the number of trees that are visible from outside the grid when looking directly around. Blah, blah, blah. 5 is visible from left and top. Wait, the top left 5 is visible from left and top. It is invisible from the right or bottom. Okay, I understand this. What do I do with all these trees? 16 visible on the edge, 5 visible in the interior. A total of 21 trees is visible in this arrangement. Okay, so visibility. Wait, what's 0? Okay, these are heights. So if you're on the edge, that's easy. Yeah, I understand. It's like this 3, for example. No, that's a bad example. This 5 is visible from the right. I'm not understanding this exactly. Hey, I appreciate that, RoboDom. Yeah. Let us figure this math out. It's a crazy math matrix combo. I appreciate those 200 bits, so. All of those are visible. There are no trees in this example. Only interior 9 to consider. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Top left 5 is visible from left and top. Top middle 5 is visible. Top right 1 not visible in any direction. Oh, that's all four coordinates. Middle 5 is visible only from right. Why is it care? Is just visibility invisibility? Count number of visible trees. Got it, got it. Hey, of course, I appreciate that, Robodom. Inner trees. Let's get the example in here. I know I've definitely not done this fast enough. Equals data. So basically, for every index in it, so 4 let r equals 1, 1 r less than data. Okay, so const matrix equals data dot split by new line dot map row dot split by new line. It's a lovely matrix. Big fan. D matrix dot length -1. Don't hit the last one. There we go. For let's see. Figured out Copilot. Thank you very much. Close, close. And see all four coordinates. Okay, so basically check is so visible count. Let visible equals 0. This is technically width +2, or it's the number on the edges, I guess. If is visible, I'll make a cool function that does this for me. Asking a row, column, matrix is visible ++ return visible. That's the fun part. Okay, visible set visible to number of characters on edges, which is technically every character on the edge, right? So for every row, it's literally give me this visualization. We'll do trims. We'll trim our data. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the perimeter. Perimeter, is that the calculation? I think. I think that's the calculation I need to do, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Perimeter of rectangle for 5 by 5 should be 16. Just show code. Okay. 5 by 5. No, where'd my numpad go? 5, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4. But that's not 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, just show code. Length double plus width double. Node 5 times 5 plus 5 times 5. That's not, it's not that. It just counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, we're doing this manually. Math bad. No one loves math. For let r equals 0, r less than matrix length. Let column. Don't do that. If r equals 0 or c equals 0. Edges dot. No, don't do that. Just imagine the new variable. Nope, don't do that. Edges equal array. Dot push, and then we'll make it a thing. Come on. RC, make this a new set. There we go. And so it's an add. There we go. And then initial visible is edges.length. Edges.size. There we go. That should return at least something visible. So 5 does not equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not true. R0 or C0 or R triple equals matrix dot length -1 or C triple equals matrix 0 dot length -1. That should be all the edges. Now, where are the edges? 0, it's only the first one, so this should be an OR. So if row is 0, column 0, I'm incrementing these accordingly. Log C. Why you no go? What is matrix R length? Come on, console. It's painful. I'm not even doing the that's not true. What's a matrix? That's an array. Oh, it's an array, of what the heck is that? Split by this? No, we want split like that. Dang it. Okay, that's great. So what are my edges? The zeros, the ones, 2, 4. Excuse you. Great. Well, 16 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16's right. I don't care if that my console don't show it. We have the edges. Great. Now I have to say is visible matrix. Now let's make that function. Function is visible, row number column, boolean is visible if thank you asteroid, if all numbers in the same row, column, row, or column are smaller, right? That's the logic. If all are smaller, I technically need to find one, so for const dir of, this is it, negative 1 0 1 0, no, put it in an array, 1 0 0 1, and then keyboard, no, 0 negative 1. So all of our possible directions, let current equals RC while it's in the matrix. There we go, that's good. So add it to it. It's a great idea, whatever that is, Quokka. So while current is greater than 0, and yeah, while we're on the side of the matrix, great. Current equals current plus direction, great. Now, so we need to do this, plus dir, we need to go once off plus dir 1. Now, if value is larger than RC, then break. If, no, that's not how you want it. Const value equals matrix current, if value greater than matrix RC, break. Now we're going to say let viz equals false. Well, it's actually viz equals true. When you break, we'll set you to false. Viz equals false, you have failed. If viz, return viz. So if we found it, great. Otherwise, return false. Can I read undefined reading 1? Current should be a matrix. Are you angry about matrix though? Which parts are you angry about? Log current. What is up with current? This is the way you wake up. Negative 1. That's not bad. If current and current greater than or equal to 0, 1 is greater than or equal to 0, and 1 is less than that. We done goof. We did our modification before this. While true. Make the change. If we bad, then we break. There we go. Cannot read properties. Well, why? This is after the modification. It's current is current plus 0, and dir plus 1. Okay, one of these got to be failing. This is one that appears to be failing if current is greater than above 0. Should be false. Yeah, if false, and you should be breaking. So that's how it works, I thought. This is false. Oh, this is, I inverted this, gotta invert this. This entire thing is for truthy stuff. Flip it on its head with a not operator. There we go, lots of console logs. Too many console logs. Stop console logging. 25 not equal to 21. How many is this? There's 16 visible on the edge, another 5 visible in the interior. Okay, so which 5 is visible on the interior? We will log them. Console log RC, matrix RC. Thank you very much. So we are seeing too much. Nope, that's the correct amount of output. 5, 5, 1, 5, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we're literally counting the number that are visible. Top left 5 is visible. Top middle 5 is visible. I have a 1. Top right is not visible. Top right is not visible, huh? 1, 3. So call row 1. Column 3 is not visible, huh? Someone thinks you surely are. So great, let's figure out if R triple equals not triple equals 1 or A or C not triple equals 3. Continue. So get rid of them. This is the one we want a guinea pig on. Let's see what's up. So we're hello current. Okay, so we are trying -1, -3. We're trying one of the directions. We break. We're not trying the other directions, I assume. There. We try one direction and we fail. If viz, return viz. Right, that's what we're expecting there. We hit a green here. Viz. We think we're visible, but we're not. Ah, this break doesn't do logic here. We go. Wait a minute. R. C. 1, 3. Then we become -1, 3. How did we move twice? Because we initialized it with a movement. No. Bet that works now. Fix my thing. 23 not equal 21. Someone's still visible. 5, 5, 5, 5. Second 5. Left middle 5 is visible. Center 3 not visible. 2, 2. 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Center 3 not visible. Great, put that back. Now we're testing out center 3. What is your problem? Right, so you're 3, 3. We try all 4 directions. We say you're not visible. Is not visible from any direction. Oh, this one is working fine, I guess. I saw 2, 2, 3 though. Oh, I'm doing 3, 3. It needs to be 2, 2. I know math. I'm good at math. 2, 2, 3. There's the wrong one. Yeah, so you go positive rows and you think you're visible. 3, you hit a 5. What's up with that? Your current is 1, 2. Nah, I'm seeing too many currents. So why do you hit a 5 and you think you're cool, but you're not? Come on, show me value. 5, 5, 3, 2. Great. If you're, I don't know how to do this. 1, 2, 3, 2, then 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 5. That's increasing. Same row. You are RC. Who are you? You are 2, 2. So you go 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5. 3, 4, 5. Ooh, it needs to be if less equal than or greater than, huh? Nope. It's the same, so it fails, right? Got it. Okay, there we got it. It was a bit painful. I kind of goofed on a bunch of it, but okay. It was probably in the top 10. Great, consistent amount. They'll just need to know the best spot to build. See a lot of trees. Top, down, left, right. Sub-Syrian edge with first tree of same height. Don't care about distant tall. Keep it dry. Consider the 5. Looking up its view, it can see one tree. It can see only one tree right next to it. Looking right, its view its block, it can see 2 trees. Eventually, it can see 2 trees. One with a height of 3 from the tree. Scenic score, multiplicator of the viewing distances. Tree of height 5 in the middle. Okay, great. So I have to go through all of them, find scenic score. So it's not really the same problem at all. Give this a shot. though the algorithm is awfully similar. What's the correct scenic score? A lovely 8. 8, 8, 8. I don't need counting, really. I just need to go through all of them and calculate the scenic score. Yeah, I appreciate that, Madeline. Yeah, we're making progress. Making progress. So let's drop this in here. Find the matrix. Don't need sets anymore. I guess we need let best equals negative and negative infinity. And this is calc. What do they call it? Calc scenic. There we go. Calc scenic. Or I guess we'll say cos s equals calc scenic RC matrix. We love that. And this will be it. If it's better than best, do that. Finally, return best. Cool new function. Function calc scenic R RC. Great. Yeah, we love all of this code. Double close. Now the new part is that for every direction we calculate how many are visible, right? So I think we're going to take all this code. This is great code. We like this code. Best code. Put it here. Oh, not there. Put it there. Far end. Okay. Sum is 0. Score equals at least 1, right? That's the minimum. And currently, drop the boolean. Drop test. Drop that is. Return sum, I guess, at some point. Drop the viz. If value is greater than, drop that. Do the break. Something still an error though. Sum plus equals score. I guess if we technically make it, then score plus plus. Now why we not run this code? Why we not run code? Run good code. 9 not equal 8. I'm off by 1. Aww. Aww. Yeah, I do have a good example here. Okay, the view is not blocked. It can see one tree to the edge. Looking left, its view is not blocked. We increase score if we make it. So technically, we need to only increase score at here. But when we hit a wall, yeah. If on edge, so if it's the edge, if score triple equals 1. Yeah, I appreciate that, SK2. We're getting there. We're pretty close. Just dealing with them off by 1. I think blocked by 2 trees. Like the best is 8, accordingly. View is blocked by 2, 4, 9. At 2 by a tree of math 9. Down 1, 2. Okay, so what am I actually counting? I'm counting up to and including however many, and the last one. I'm counting the last one. If value is larger than break, score goes up first. 4 not equal 8. Well, that went down. Oh, dagnabbit. Okay, we need to count scenic just for the example. Pick the easy example. 0, well, row of 1, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2. There we go. Row of 1, whatever this is of 2. Great. Why you no show output? Show up. Tools are failing. Okay, let's turn off. Expected to be. Yeah, we know that. All this code. We don't need any of this code. Goodbye, all this code. You will not be missed. We needed a little bit of that code apparently. Boop, boop. There we go. Finally got it running. Alright, there we go. So we're doing all the traversals. The thing is with my score, it can see one tree. So my score is 0, then it hits and it can see 1. So let's try initializing from 0. I said 0. I said 0. 6. Let's drop my lock. 7. Math, not even once. Okay, only the first 10, we love that. Not sure exactly who's failing me. Okay, let's do the one example though. So value is 6, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one is technically using multiplying together its viewing directions. Oh, it's a multiplication, not a sum. Let sums is equal an array. Reading comprehension for the win. Then we need to multiply them all together, which is sums reduce. Yep, thank you. Initialize to 1, 4 to 8. I could probably turn that back off. This entire time, it's either reading comprehension or math of reading comprehension. Ah, here we go. Not the best, but it's pretty good, I'd say. 2 and 1. Yeah. Got on the just reading it slow and spending like 2 minutes figuring out how to calculate how many edges there are surely did not help. But victory is ours. Let's get this raw code in the repo and begin the optimizations. Okay, there we go. Let's get her added. As for visualizations for this, that's going to be fun. So it's basically going to be another blessed visualization or a... How big is this? Input. It's 100 by 100, which does not, unfortunately, fit on any normal size screen. So I guess I will have to use blessed because it does have some scrolling mechanic I would have to take advantage of. This is assuming I again go terminal. Since it is 100 by 100, this might be something I would be willing to go JavaScript canvas on, visualization-wise, to shrink it to a square, whatever the resolution is, and draw a bunch of little blocks. The visualization aspect would be pointing at a tree and highlighting the lines of sight until something is hit. And that calculates both part 1 and part 2. I can actually do that. So there'll be a counter that's like part 1 sum. Because the visualization will be the same, and then part 2 for what your scenic value is. Ooh. So yeah, I can definitely see that one, and that will be our first vanilla canvas visualization. What's this about? Drop that console. There we go. So first make this commit, of course. 2022 day 08 task script solution. Pretty happy with the solution, just wasn't fast on it. Yes, Madeline, I did get both of them. Yeah, that's the giveaway, isn't it? Yeah, I got both of them. The second one wasted a few minutes because I didn't read it. They said to multiply the sums together. I was adding them together, so I kept flipping them around like, why the math no work? And it's like, supposed to multiply them together, and I didn't get that. Hey, victory is ours. Of course, yeah, I'm more than happy to help support fellow 100devers. It's great to see fellow 100devers streaming, yeah. Yeah, I went back and I looked at the VOD and it was like, oh geez, I beat you probably like less than a minute. Wasn't it? Like if I was 60 seconds later, it would be like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta pick someone to raid. Yeah, it's funny how that ended up. Hey, yeah, I got. Mm-hmm. It's all good. Well, at least for the next 15 days, you know my schedule. Many opportunities. What's this about? Oh, that's what this is about. Make a commit. Okay, Okay, time to make this thing pretty. So many ways to prettify this thing up. This thing, oof. Yeah, Madeline, my 100 hours project is, so it's technically complete, but it's not finished, so I'm not showing it off just yet. But the TLDR is, so it's technically an extension. Where is it? But double extension of my Twitch user markers extension, somewhere around here. So the alpha version of it is technically on GitHub, though the polished version it needs more polish, to be honest, for real people to use it. Twitch user markers, there it is. So this is the beginning of my 100 hours. It's the extension I use to create timestamps. So let me zoom forward. So this is on Twitch. Okay, zoom forward. There you go. It's this little overlay UI that allows you to create, modify, update, and delete these markers. The 100 hours version of it is that it syncs to my server, where you can go to any Twitch video and load markers that others have created, and it actually works on YouTube. So, YouTube, Leon, let me find a quick thing of theirs, because YouTube actually does have the feature. It's known as YouTube chapters. It's like they have this, and they have it a better visualization in which, like, your YouTube videos are cut up into chapters based on timestamps. But on the Leon one, I don't think they actually have one loaded at the moment. But you see how, like, there are no chapters here? It's no chapters. Very sad. But someone, for example, yours truly, put some comments in the description. So my extension adds those natively. I'm not even using any trickery like on Twitch. It loads them natively using the YouTube API. So seamless, you get all the bells and whistles, both from my server and from the comments. So if you want to share your timestamps with the world, you can do that. Or if you're just going through a video being like, oh, this is a note, like you take a note, I want to come back here later, you can keep them private. That's it, yeah. That's how I started off, just doing it myself. Then I was like, I could automate this. And then it's like, oh, other people might like to automate this. So yeah, that's where it started off. And yeah, it's not like, I wish it was ready now, but there's so many, like, since real people might use it, like, I want it to actually be polished off and all that. But I got the hard part out of the way, which is actually reverse engineering the YouTube API. The Polymer Web Framework, which is a dead framework as far as everyone but Google is concerned. Because Google's the one that made the framework, but everyone else is like, React is the future and stuff. But they made it, so they're still using it. Yeah, of course, yeah, yeah. And eventually it'll be there. I'm sure once I am there, you will definitely hear about it on the streams. There'll be Twitter posts, LinkedIn posts, streams about it. All that stuff will be on. I appreciate that, SK2Q. Yeah, that was the purpose of them initially, because I was like, I like timestamps because I cannot learn from live content. If I'm just watching it to watch it, yeah, but learning from live content is not an option because it's real, there's chat, all that stuff. So I was taking the timestamp so I would know, oh, I need to go back and listen to this part over here. Or if I was like, when did he say X, Y, and Z? Oh, he said it over here. But then I was like, other people might also find this interesting. And that's where it was born. And then I was like, opening up a notepad and being like, 0005753, Leon said brains. This is not efficient. I need one keyboard to do this. Or one key press, and that's where the extension came from. What's this code doing? Okay, this code now, yeah. So there's a math way to do this. I know there's a math way to do this. I'm counting I thought the math way was the perimeter of a shape. I can just figure this out with a calculator. Shape, shape perimeter calculator. For sure, yeah, and that's just like that's just for me personally. My brain does not learn live. Hey, there you go, yeah. Side one, side two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. It's a square. Perimeter area. So I guess these aren't the words I'm looking for. Um, thought perimeter was. Huh. I'm great at geometry, as you can tell. I mean, this does technically work, as janky as it is. Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, everyone's got their own path to do it. Not everyone's got the privilege of time to do it all at once, straight to back to the end. Yeah. Yeah, I know those freelancing and networking ones I have watched. Ooh, probably over 10 times at least. I mean, hey, that's everyone's like Leon says, not everyone's got the privilege of time. So you just keep at it, keep learning correctly, Anki, spaced repetition, and it will get there. What is perimeter? Area of. Hey, there you go. I mean, those ones are pretty definitely great to watch. Hey, coding with strangers, coming with the raid. I appreciate that greatly. Long time no see. Hope your stream went well. Where is the thingamabob? There it is. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, just a little splash. But hey, thanks for coming on in, everyone. Machine Gun 21K, Deflux, Grim Badger. Yeah, we are in this mother lover for sure. Yeah. We in a spicy channel. I mean, if going against the clock is considered spicy. I mean, we're just over here doing some advent of code. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, it is. We didn't do too well this day, relatively speaking, but we still got in the top 3,000. My spice, yeah. Yeah, this, I mean, not the best, but not as bad as day two. Top 2,000 average. Yeah, my spice for sure. Yeah, for those for the few who don't know, Coding with Strangers, great friend of Hunter Devs, Mayan Wolf, the whole gang, always doing some cool stuff, Python automation, just a great place to be, even if you're just along for the ride. But yeah, what we just did was Advent of Code. For those who don't know what it is, although, yeah, it's basically 25 daily coding challenges released around midnight Eastern, where you're given a prompt, given a little example, and it's up to you how to solve this however you see fit. We just actually finished our dirty solution, our thrown together, just get it working solution, misspellings of the word visible, all the bad stuff. And we're just ready to start polishing it up. In addition, once we finish said polish, we are going to try and at least get started with a visualization. I'll show you my favorite visualization. Don't fail me. Crane game. We crane visualize. This is my favorite one so far. It's the visualization of day 5 of Advent of Code. I appreciate that posture check there, Madeline. It moves crates around. It doesn't get more exciting for this, but it looks pretty. I really like this one. Yeah, we've made a visualization for almost every problem except this one, which was boring. Oh, the bubble thing. That was painful. So for day one, I chose to use a. I'm actually get a push on this because I have made it into a video now, so I've slowly gotten them on the actual repos, so I don't have to keep doing this. But it's the same concept. Yeah, it was a bit painful to watch. Thankfully, I have started to make these into videos. So day one visualization gave it a splash of polish, and yeah, now it works basically as expected. Now, for those who don't know, this looks like a bunch of Skittles or Orbeez or Nerds, but each color group represents a grouping of elves. Each circle is a calorie food item, and they are summed together to keep, and the largest one is kept track of, the green one. Yeah, that's why my next visualization and future ones will not be using D3. But yeah, this, and you can see it breaks halfway through, which, yeah, not using D3 in the future. There you go, yeah. Yeah, the nerds are tasty. That's why I'm like, whichever candy of choice fills your mind, it's whatever you imagine it to be. I ain't about to crush no candy dreams. And there's the result. Yeah, this one actually, the visualization for this, I'm kind of interested in this one. It's going to be lines and stuff. So a canvas visualization. But we can't visualize nothing with such horrible code. We gotta fix this code up first. So let's do this fixing. First, we'll explain how the bad code works. So we're gonna turn off Quokka for everyone so we can remember, what does this do again? Nerds Rope. I've never heard or tried that one. Guessed up my Halloween game. Yeah, so we're given in this example here, for those who are new, a bunch of numbers. Each of these numbers represents a height of a tree. All of these trees are visible from the edge due to them being on the edge. Our goal was to take a tree, this one, and be like, okay, if I'm on the outside looking in, can I see this tree? Meaning, from all four directions, all four cardinal directions, is it surrounded on at least one of these paths by numbers that are lower than it? It's like 5, 2, 1. You can imagine this as a bar graph, 5, 2, 1. If your eyeball is over here, you can see this tree. So that's the right one. If you're on the other one, then it's 5, 3. Again, can see tree. So that one's good. Find another example. Middle one, 3, 3. So if this middle one right here, it's 3 high, but it has a parent to the right that's 3 high, so you cannot see the tree. Parent to the left, 5 high, so cannot see the tree. In front of it's another 5, behind it's another 5. So this tree from the outside 4 coordinates is invisible. You can't see the tree. Part 1 was counting how many trees are visible from at least one direction. Part 2 is the inverse. Take a tree, how many trees can you see out from that direction? So it's our first coordinate-based one, I believe. But the code I figured out to do this was first by turning our tree, or our string, into a lovely two-dimensional array of characters, aka a matrix. Then I struggled for like 3 minutes figuring out, like, okay, what's the math way to calculate the perimeter, aka count the number like on the edges? And I was like, there's got to be a math way to do this. It's obviously perimeter. It was not perimeter. If anyone knows the proper math, I would love it. But I didn't do the math, so I was like, okay, fine. We're going to try every coordinate. So every coordinate in the thing. And if we are on a 0 or on the end, aka we are on one of these coordinates that are inside this little picture frame basically, then we are on a quote edge. Add the edges to a list of things. that thing being a set, so whenever I accidentally go over the corners twice, so I count the corners twice, it doesn't actually count them twice or whatever. Sets do not contain duplicates, which is why I used a lovely string. And this goes on very bad. Then we go on the inside, so setting our beginning index to 1 and our ending index to width minus 1. So looking at the box, we basically say, yeah, let's only look on the inside of the picture frame, only in here. Don't look at these because they're already visible from somewhere. And then we made a cute little function called isVisible. IsVisible is where the real work happens. First we pick a direction. That direction is technically a vector, as in it has a row change and column change. So if I'm here and my current first direction is -1, 0, I'm saying subtract 1 from the row and then subtract 0 from the column. So go up, check, go up, check. The next one is 1, 0, which is increase row by 1. Next is increase column by 1. So as you can see, I did not choose any particular pattern. I was just like, whichever way the 1s and 0s come out. I say it is visual, it is visualized. So my function here, my while loop, will increment my current position by 1. It'll make sure, hey, if we're not in the matrix anymore, as in we're on the edge, and we poof, we go off the edge, we are out of the world, then what we do is we say, nope, we're out of the world, and we therefore break. This isn't the best math, but it's basically if not inside the bounds. Then this one I actually put a comment on, professional. I grab the value at the current tree, and I'm like, hey, if this one's greater than or equal to, as in, as far as tree lines go, if it's greater than or taller than me, then it's obviously blocking my eyesight. So, say if this tree is not visible from this one of directions, and break, we don't need to loop anymore. If we do ever, so go through all of these and traverse from here all the way up, and we haven't hit anything that makes us not visible, aka a equal or taller height tree, then we are visible, here's an eyeball, from this perspective. So if we're visible, return it. We don't need to check the other perspectives. We only need at least one visible perspective. I think we might be able to see this for this example. Come on now. Oh, there we go. That was an easy one. So which one are we on? We are, where is it? R1, 1. So we are at this 5. We just checked -1. We're visible from the north. And that does that the entirety of it. And with that, that's part 1. We now get to clean it up, because this was the raw code we wrote. So let's clean this up a little bit. This will start with the edge calculation, because this, while I can't find the math, I'm sure this can be done better. So I guess if I have a box, it is width. So it's length. So if I'm counting these two, which ones I want to count. So it's length times 2 plus 0 length one, two, three, four, five, 6. So it's that minus 2 times 2. Okay, I think I can figure that math out. Let's turn Quokka back on. You're not going to see this in Python. There is a Python equivalent called Wolf, but it's not the most friendly. Basically runs my code in VS Code and shows cute little highlights as little visible as little annotations, like this. But what I want to do is calculate edges size. Make sure I got that. Cancel log this. There we go. We have 16 for this one. If I do it right, we should have 16 on the out. So we're gonna say visible equals matrix length times 2. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. Then you say matrix 0 dot length times 2 minus 4. That's how math works. I swear GitHub Copilot sometimes has a microphone, but everyone keeps saying it's just smart. Okay, 16. That do be how math works. Goodbye, boring calculation. You will not be missed. If only I could have thought of that during the challenge, but it's okay. I know this has been bugging a lot of you, probably. We will type it correctly. No typos here. Now we're going through all of the ones on the inside. We gotta do this. We could be smart, though. As in... So we're going from the trees out. If we go from the out in, as in... We go through here from this vertical perspective, we need to say, okay, you're visible. Then we go from this vertical perspective, you're visible. This vertical perspective, you're visible. Oh wait, you're not. No, I just did that wrong. Really the optimal way to do this. Okay, we try to go from 2 to 1. 1's visible. 9, not visible. 2, not. Let's try the middle one. Okay. Trying to think computationally which is the more expensive version. That would be a good test to figure out, though. You know what? We're gonna do that later. To from out to in. We'll leave that one for future us. Now this one, let's see how this. We can one line this. Yeah, not much to do here. Yeah, this is the best way we can do that. Now let's fix this one up a little bit. So, let direction of directions. Is there a better way to do this? I like the loop. If I was in Python, I'd use a complex number. It's a fun trick we love for coordinates. A, it's going good, see films. We're counting Christmas trees. Yo ho ho. So instead of dir, let's not do that one. Dir, at least for this one, we will destructure it to I always mix it up between velocity and offset, but I'll say VRVC, velocity row, velocity column. But yeah, see films, advent of code is going well. VRVC. Also want let CR equals R, let CC equals C, current row, current column. There we go. Now instead of this, we can say create CR plus VR, CC plus equals BC. Good old vector math. Then instead of referencing current 0, we can say CR, and current 1, we can say CC. There we go. Makes it a bit shorter. While true, do this. Do I need a while loop or could I use a for loop? I could use a for loop here probably. For, and yeah, technically, let CR equals R, CC equals C, while this logic, yeah, while we're inside the box, continue increment, CR plus, there you go. Yeah, now the order might be wrong. Check that out. Just mainly for recency bias. Probably better with JavaScript C films. Just because what I've been doing recently. Yeah, it can always be interesting to learn more Python. I mean, hey, speaking of, you should go, if you probably haven't already, but I've seen you there. Coding with Strangers, they stream Python a fair bit. Selenium automation with that Spotify calculator based on beats per minute. It's all kinds of cool stuff there. And it's all in Python as far as I'm aware. So they've changed it up. Okay, so I broke this code. Put this code back. That code. VR plus R plus VR plus VC. And after we do this logic, which I suppose is right. Are we good now? Hey, there we go. Order of operations. Does still work? 1662. There we go. Math is still good. Glad to see math has not changed. Ditch that. Now, this is the one we need to actually can't shove in the loop because we need to flip a boolean. If only we could say for else like you can in Python. The one weird yet useful situations like this feature. Although I could build this into its own function. So function visible is visible. I know how to spell words. Visible via direction. Come on, figure it out. Row number. Yeah, there you go. Column number and direction, which is technically true. I'll destructure that into VRVC again. And lovely. Basically, okay, made a while loop. We don't want this. We like this. This is what we like. It'll be return instead. Much more one goal. I'm sorry to hear that, C films. Yeah, it can be tough integrating React with the backend. It's a unique challenge for sure. That's literally why frameworks like Next hadn't happened yet. Next.js exist. Well, that's probably because you haven't ran into the issues that it solves. Like, you're not gonna find a tool amazing until you see it in its best environment. Hammers aren't gonna be amazing until you need to start putting in nails, or you try putting in nails manually. A drill or a screw gun isn't amazing until you have to put in 500 screws. It's like you put in one screw at like you got 5 screws, you can just use a normal screwdriver. When you got 500, that's when a drill starts becoming useful. It's when complexity increases that React really starts to shine. I suppose that's technically with any old framework. Yeah, and then MVC itself. Yeah, lots of building on shoulders of giants for sure. If turn clue. Oh, don't return text, whatever the heck that is. RC matrix dir. It's gonna pass the whole thing. Dir. There we go. And this should be happy. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, you're not wrong, because before it was individual technology. Like, we had one architectural framework, but that was really just like keep your food separate, like, right? Like, keep your styles in CSS, your JavaScript in JS, your stuff in HTML. That was our first technical pattern, but it wasn't at the scale of MVC for sure. I mean, yeah, that's definitely that makes sense for UC films because that's what you already know. So I'm not surprised that's what feels easier to use. That's why I would like well, I would probably say, oh yeah, JavaScript MERN stack is easy for me because I already know it. And it probably was easier for you to use because you already learned it. That's the tough thing about knowing something and recommending it. You rose tinted glasses, right? Doesn't feel as difficult as it probably was because memory be messing. So now that we've made this cool function all like one responsibility, this is why you break up your functions to a degree. Now our goal is basically we want to return if any of these return this. So there's a cool array method called sum that can do that for us. So return sum. Well, that's not nope. Return this dot sum dir, and then look at that. Call it like that. I messed it up. Why can't you see? Why can't you see what I see? TypeScript. This is cool. As number. Is that it? Dir as. Fine, I'll put it over here. TypeScript being picky this evening. Eh. Mm. Why? 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 Oh yeah, Madeline. I mean, I'm more than open to for sure being more involved. Ironically, I feel like I will have more free time once I have the job because I'm spending so much time trying to get it. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna be try to at least be involved as I am. But yeah, if they are open, I'm more than down to trying to be a mod. Up to them, of course. And yeah, I just have the green name that it's the one that most mods share. It's just a different tag. Dream Job is getting paid, but honest Dream Job is. I mean, honestly, it's. I don't know if I would really like it because you can't really like. I can do this myself. You can make your own websites, do all of that. So I enjoy it. This is all good. I love front back end a bit more than front end, but DevOps is a one that I would be interested to give it a shot because I love automation. I love hooking up continuous deployment. I love getting all of those like all the pipes going the right way, automated deployments, automated all that stuff. And yeah, that's so I mean, I enjoy that. I don't know if I would dream it as a job because you can only do so much. Like it's not an actual job. I can't emulate the job like I can emulate full stack web dev job as I am right now. Yeah, Julian, it's a tough one. I will admit it's a tough one. The math got me, and figuring out how my logic was wrong, calculating that got me. Generally, just from my brain, just cannot read it quick enough. Obviously gonna love remote, dream company, any company that'll pay me. You know, I ain't really being too picky about it. It would also be nice if they're, doing something, leaving the world in a better place they found it. But if not, I will enjoy taking their money and finding a better position while I take the money. Area, again, gonna be mainly remote for the first one, but I'm willing to relocate anywhere US, basically. Okay, now TypeScript. We've been staring at you for like a good 4 minutes. Be good, TypeScript. Number booleans. Why are you angry? Developer advocate. Yeah, I mean, I could see myself being a dev advocate. Obviously, I'm streaming, so I enjoy that. I enjoy going through into the new technologies. My last few streams could show you that. Oh, I guess I'm not going to be a dev advocate for D3 just yet. Blast was pretty fun. Oh, so a developer advocate is basically so a company has a technology and they want to engage with their community of developers. So, like, what's it called? Not Vonage, but for example, Discord. They have a developer advocate. that person would be making bots, creating documentation, creating tutorials, and be like, look at the cool things you can do with bot, fellow devs. Ain't this neat? You should check it out. Basically encouraging the developer community, or I mean, I guess it is mainly the developer community, to engage with them on a technological basis. So the Microsoft Developer Advocate would be showing off Azure services, their API service, their AI services, stuff like that. Basically, I believe Mewtwo was a dev advocate for Loom, and what they did was they made Loom content, showed how to integrate it into their apps, stuff like that. Yeah, it's an infinite sea for sure. Infinite sea of jobs you never think even really existed. I think Dev Advocate is not exactly a startup or a smaller company one for sure, because you not only are you a company established, but enough to specifically hire a dev advocate opposed to a more generalized community manager or maintainer or something like that. So like it's like a specialized version of a community or social interaction person. There are like 5 titles for that role, but it's basically that. Now, why this no happy? Okay, we're gonna one way or another. I'm gonna type ya, type ya, type ya, type ya. Yay! There you go. So that's where you learn TypeScript. You learn the 5 ways of doing something, and just like, please work, please work, please work, and then it works. Okay, so this works. So as you can see, breaking those functions down or extracting them to do their sole responsibility not only made this thing is visible via direction simpler, aside from this horrible line, it made the functions that used it even simpler because I could just chuck in a sum. A technical sorcerer, that's an interesting one. So I'll say what I think it is based on the title. That's someone who gets information from something, I guess. I don't know if I don't know what technical sorcerer is. Oh, okay. So I guess it's HR, like, or recruiting, but highly technical and specialized positions. Okay, yeah, so it's a recruiter, but for highly technical and specialized positions. Interesting. Never spoken to one. Oh, here's a comparison. Depth of conversation. Okay, yeah, so as opposed to a recruiter who may know a brief surface level about the technology, these people would know a lot more about the technology. So you, because they're looking for a, I suppose, expert in the field, or if the field is small, just someone who knows, like, have you seen this technology before? I don't know if there's a functional way of doing this that's not disgusting. I don't think there is, so we're happy with that. Great, time for part 2, which is where the optimization comes to live. Okay, so this part can be easy math maxed away. Best equals math max in calc scenic. Now, is scenic a score or just the thing we call it? Scenic score, there it is. Ka-chow. Calc scenic score. I can make this cool thing a lovely function. Parse matrix equals data string trim split row split. I'm not going to do that split. We're going to do a spread because that's what I like. Again, for those who don't know, I prefer the spread over a split because the spread obviously does one thing and one thing only when you see it this way. Convert thing to array. But when you see a split, unless you can mistake it. It's like, oh, this is splitting on spaces. This is splitting on nothing. This is generally much more clear in my eyeballs. Thank you. Part 2. Const matrix equals ka-chow. Best is great. As you can see, this part doesn't really do much. It does so little. Tempting. So tempting. Ooh, so tempting. I've been tempted. Oh no. Synthwave 84. Okay. Let me guess which colors this is. Pinks and purples, eh? I don't have it installed. Synthwave 84. Ooh, a dark one. I will take the dark one. Actually, all these are pretty reasonable. Anyone in particular? Is it the Rob Owen one you're looking for, C films? All of these look pretty great. Oh, wait. This one looks like my code. I think that one might be broke. This one would be tough. I'm not a fan of the blues. The rest of them seem pretty alright. You don't have a suggestion. I think I'll go with dark is a bit... I mean, honestly, I might get along with this. Not the blue one. So not blues. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this one. Rob Owens. There we go. Rob Owens. Let's do it. Pretty nice. Lots of purples here, but that's alright. Thank you, VS Code. I don't need to know that. So I said when I was like, oh no, I've been tempted and it's got me. Traverse inner of matrix, which is a string, I don't know the way to TypeScript this, but we're basically going to traverse the inner. I've forgotten the word the inner. Inner, there we go. Traverse inner indexes, which is going to do this right here. Ta-da! And you're like, well, that's just what you had here. Exactly. So now I can say for const rc of traverse inner indexes matrix. And then I do be all like, how, chow, like so. And since I have made it, okay, we're gonna go 2 versions here. Wait, my brain is remembering something. Wasn't I supposed to do double versioned on a previous? Okay, I know 7 needs a fix. Oh no, yeah, we decided against that for 6. For double optimization. I'm liking it, C Films. It's readable. This pink is used for too many tokens, in my opinion. Like, the variable names, like, it's just used for too many things. But aside from that, it's pretty alright. Like, dot length. Properties could be called something else. Variables could be colored something else. They just used it a little too much. Like, the usage of it on brackets is also... Well, that's bracket colorizer. We can yell at them for that. Chronizy. Sorry, brain. Chronic. Congratulations. Yeah, I finished it a bit a while too. Just doing some optimization refactors now. We got part 1 cleaned up. Now we're cleaning up part 2. 42 minutes. I mean, hey, I do not blame you at all. My reading comprehension took a nosedive today. I was like, had to read it 3 times to start understanding what they wanted. Then I goofed on part 2. 42 minutes. I assume you completed part 2 then. Instead of, I summed my scores together instead of multiplied, so I goofed on that. Hey, I appreciate the follow there, Ravik31. Hope your Thursday is treating you well. But yeah, for this, first I spent like 2 minutes trying to count the edges. That was painful. And then I don't know, I kept messing up off by 1s, counting these. Hard to debug since it's in a loop and all that. Which is on me for putting it in a loop. Yeah, I was still satisfied with it. Not the best, but can't always be the best. Yeah, I assumed definitely Synthwave inspired. Didn't realize 84 was a... I mean, I guess I knew had to be something unique. Didn't know what it was unique about, though. Appreciate that A nice deep dive there. Our symbols, I know where symbols go. RC of reverse indexes. Best equals best around. Oh no, I have not made top 100 this this time around, and I have no intention of making top 100. I'm gonna keep trying. Closest I've gotten is 122 for yesterday's part one, but I mean, I know I'm already at a disadvantage because I do not do good as I try to talk. So like the whole streaming thing is definitely a handicap, but this year, I'm not really necessarily. It'd be cool too, but I know I'm just in it for the fun of it. And yeah, my personal challenge this year is making a visualization for every day of Advent of Code and streaming it. That's also part of my challenge. So, not going super warrior for the top 100, but making my best effort. Hey, hello, good bad llamas. Hey, there you go. Yeah, it's always a little friendly competition works. Yeah, I think I'm doing that somewhat well. Oh, I literally don't know who half of these leaderboards are. But yeah, competing with some fellow colleagues. It's always a fun. Oh, this isn't the one I want. There you go. Yeah, I think this is with. Like, which one is this? Can't keep track of which these are. Eh. Yeah, I'm on a lot of leaderboards. Some of them are years old, though. I don't remember who they are. Ooh, Code Wars Good Back Llama is a site a lot like LeetCode, which you probably have heard of, in which there are coding challenges and you have to write functions that do whatever you want and then submit them, and they run against test. So very LeetCode similar. The difference between LeetCode and Code Wars is primarily that LeetCode is data structures and algorithm focused, while Code Wars it can include it on higher difficulties, but is more generally of how do you do this in this language, or just solve the problem kind of how you want. It's a more beginner version of Code Wars, of LeetCode, you can think of it as. Hey, of course, Chronic, good night, and yeah, appreciate you coming by. Like you said, they start scaling up in difficulty, and hey, could just be an off day with an off problem. I wish you luck on the next ones. And I appreciate follow both Cronwick and Good Bad Llama. Yeah, we're nearly done optimizing this. Whipped in a traversal generator array. Wow, okay. Yeah, you got it's an amazing journey ahead of you. Yeah. I'm gonna make an assumption, but I don't want to assume. Have you heard of 100 Devs? If not, it's a free training program, kind of like a boot camp, right here on Twitch. All the videos are up on YouTube for free, but you don't need another YouTube series. You probably have seen 10 of them with 15 Udemy courses. The thing that sets 100 Devs apart is that they have an actual living community. It is not dead. There are real people there. I'm a real person. I'm not a bot. And yeah, it's can help you pick up on the MERN stack specifically, but more than just learn X technology, is to get a job with that technology. Yes, that's fellow 100 Dever right there. Yeah, all of it live on Twitch, though it did finish cohort 2. It's all up on YouTube for you to traverse as your need. And yeah, there's even like a sub community called the Ketchup Crew. So if you want to jump in on there, you can follow along with people with similar experience to yours. I have seen Solo Learn, yeah. I've done the Solo Learn Python one just because I'm curious of it. Yeah, I've done the Solo Learn Python one for sure, for sure. You have no idea. I could be the most amazing chat GPT speech to text thing you've seen on Twitch. But yeah, go ahead and like you said, it's completely free. Just join up. You don't even have to go to the Discord if you want to. You can go straight to YouTube, but Honestly, as fun as it is learning all this, you're gonna get stuck at some point. Spoiler alert. And it's a lot funner and easier when you have a community of people you can lean on for support instead of a bunch of random Stack Overflow articles. Yeah, that is happening a lot. Like the help channels are super quick. I mean, it depends on the hour of day, of course. It is a bit US centric just because Leon is in the US, so that's community, but it is completely all around the globe and all that. A lot of non-US people, Europe, stuff on the time zones. Of course, yeah, that's kind of the scary part, right? Like the world is your oyster. It's the internet, so you can technically learn the majority of it online for free. But what should you learn? There are so many different technologies, and there's some things like that looks cool. Is that going to get me a job? I don't know. What about this technology? I should learn Angular. Why? Because people say it's popular. There's a whole slew of technologies and different things you can learn. But the Leon, like they're going the Mern stack mainly because that's the one that gets jobs the best. And after you get a job, you can find like, ooh, I love this particular technology, and you can go for that too if you want. But it's about the most open doors, and despite all the layoffs and stuff for most jobs, still going up according to the job reports. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that for sure, Madeline. Yeah. And yeah, don't believe of us. Although you should believe me, I'm super trustworthy. You can jump in there, and there's a celebrations channel. Spend the next 72 hours scrolling and reading other people's messages, where people celebrate their jobs. There you go. I mean, that's one way to go about it, I guess. I mean, hey, at least you pick something, right? It's better than being paralyzed, I would say. Good, bad llama. But yeah, there's a lot out there to learn. C sharp, that's gonna get you pretty far in game dev, and um, ASP.NET, which is a web Windowsy stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, you know. Exactly, that's right. You are ahead of the game to everyone who has said, I want to do X, Y, and Z and never actually took the first step. You took the first 5,000 steps, or however many steps you take in a day, really. So yeah, that's what you really need to go far, and community will help you during those lows, because you will find those lows eventually. I just realized I said the Mern stack like 5 times. The Mern stack, since you don't probably know what that is using MongoDB as a database where you store people's personal information like Facebook does. Express, which is a technology you use on servers, which are the things, they're the cloud. The cloud is a bunch of servers. React, which is what builds the pages we click on. It's like this is a web page. It can be made with React. And Node, which is again what runs on the clouds. It's what listens to the browsers in a way. There's a lot better explanations of that. Feel free, if nothing else, watch the first video of Leon's. That will it'll catch you or it won't. Oh no. Hey, there you go. That's how it works, Madeline. It sounds like though you spent more than 20 minutes on that problem. That's all good though. You learn not to spend 20 minutes next time, I suppose. You did. Bad. Shame. Nah, I'm kidding. It can be tough when you feel like, oh, I'm so close, but then you're so not close. So that last 10%, it's like, oh, I'm so close to figuring this out by myself. And it's usually some really off by one. Precise. Well, good. It's not really a rule. It's more of a joking thing. But generally speaking, if you're stuck, exactly, if you're stuck for more than 20 minutes on a problem, then statistically, it means stuck as in you're not making progress. If you're still making progress on it, like you're moving forward, slowly solving it, then sure, you can keep spending on it. But if it's been 20 minutes since you've made progress, then to be time efficient, because not everyone has the privilege of time to spend hours and hours and hours learning, you should reach out for help. Be that Discord, Stack Overflow, literally get yourself unstuck. Yeah, it varies from person to person, obviously, but 20 minutes is a pretty good average in my brain. Name's Leon. And Leon is the instructor of 100 devs. Also, realize I didn't mention that. It's like, who's this Leon? The 100 devs instructor. And this probably looks like gibberish to you. Hey, there you go. That's right. Greatest of all time. But yeah, what you stumbled onto here, this stream in particular. So there's Advent of Code is basically a month-long series of 25 challenges released at midnight that can be solved by coding in some fashion. They are not beginner friendly. You need to get at least to JavaScript to attempt day one, and their difficulty kind of scales up from there. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, it's a, it's crazy. In there, yeah, that's a great thing. One eventually, once you do understand this, you can come back because they're always here, and you can understand it. I think day one is logically understandable for most. So I'll explain it shortly. Basically, each elf is a series of numbers, and you want to sum up these numbers and return the elf that has the greatest sum. So 1, 2, 3 is, wow, hold on. So this is 4, 11, 24, 10, and 6. So the greatest number from these sums is 24. That's our answer. Yeah, exactly. 25 days of coding, released at midnight Eastern for Christmas, like an advent calendar. Yeah, that's right. Incompetent elves. So this was the first coding challenge, usually the easiest one. You see how, like, logically, good old human brain here, you can kind of figure this out yourself. The fun part is telling the computer how to figure that logic out yourself, which you can do with our favorite language, JavaScript. Again, you're not gonna know what any of this means for a while. But this basically does what I described with that human words in the code. That's right. Leon Noel is in fact a palindrome. Console.writeLine. Hey, yeah, that is the net way of writing it. We get console.logs in JavaScript, so it's not too different. Or C sharp, rather, yeah. Console.log. That's the way we do it in here. Turn clock on console.log 1 plus 2 plus 3. There you go. There's your dot right line. There you go. So in JavaScript, it's slightly different, but as you can see, a lot of languages share a lot of terms, like console, referring to the thing that is interacting with the program, I guess. It's not physically the same thing, good, bad, lum. I don't want to confuse you, but it is conceptually the same thing. Completely different languages, but you'll find a lot of terms are overlapping, like the addition operator. It's going to be called the addition operator on almost every language you look at. Yeah, lots of overlap because they got inspired by other languages. Hey, Aaron, how is it going? We just fiddling around with some advent of code, messing around with some console. fancy .NET weirdness. Hope your day is treating you well. Those who don't know, Aaron does some cool Godot game streaming. It is some deep Godot stuff. So if you don't know Godot, just go on by for the good time. But yeah, they're doing some crazy beta stuff, making their game. It has a bear in it. That's the winning thing. Go for bear. Stay for a good time. You do not have to do that in JavaScript. That's a personal preference of mine to do so. As you see, I have semicolon here. I don't have semicolon here. In some languages, you must. In some languages, you must not. Again, it varies by language, but in the great lands of JavaScript, you can do what you want. All good, yeah, and yeah, the last year or the last day was a tough one. Um, Visualize. It was building a tree, which is a data structure. I mean, you know what a tree is, but for those who don't, it's a data structure that references other things. I did visualize it though. I got a visualization. I must now show it off. Yeah, visualize. I hope that's not the real one. There you go. So there were a bunch of weird commands, and we built programmatically. Now, some math wizards out there didn't build a tree, but the normal humans built a little tree representing directories, files in directories, and their file sizes, which we had to do math which is the terrifying part during the math. It was the first real one that generally required a data structure errand, which is probably why you heard it was a toughie. The first one that's like, oh no, I need to maybe know a thing or two. But it was a fun one. Again, apparently the math nerds out there figured out a way not to do it. But I am not a math nerd. I'm just a code nerd. Yeah, been super fun. My challenge for this year has been building a visualization out of each one. My favorite one being Crane Game. That was awfully anticlimactic. There we go. So it basically there was a thing about like, oh, stacking boxes programmatically. I built an ASCII crane out of it. This is all it does. It cranes. Yeah, there've been a fair amount of visualizations and like real game engines like Unity and Godot and stuff, but I'm neither creative enough nor have the time enough to do that. Yeah, my first time using Blest, which is the library that handles the terminal weirdness. Yes, favorite one so far. Fortunately, it takes like an eternity to run, but I like it. Well, I'm not like artistically creative enough. That's just kind of like why I am restricting myself to the terminal. The limitations of the terminal means I hit the limits and I don't have to think of anything visual than colors, right? My creativity ends with the colors. Yeah, I like it. Eventually, I'm going to get them all in the repo, but it's not polished yet. Yeah. I don't know why there are black dots between the lines, but aside from that, it's basically done. Like, it goes on for too long, but I think it's part of the feature. Yeah, a lot of people have pointed it out that was basically a tower of how you pronounce Hanoni, but with different rules. Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, hey, that's why they're open up all year, Aaron. So maybe Christmas in July or Christmas in January. And here's where it gets like a super tall tower we can't really do anything with, but it be going. But yeah, right now we finished today. Gonna polish it up and maybe. So I already described my idea for visualizing this. So tomorrow, an hour before, it's gonna be HTML5 vanilla canvas where we pick a spot and we do ray casting not real raycasting, but we fake raycast. Hand oi bloke. Hanoi. Oh, Hanoi. Hanoi. Got it. I appreciate that, Hobo Tutor. Sorry, just first time I read your username out loud. Hanoi. Hanoi. I could probably look it up, but I appreciate that anyway. Yeah, lots of people were like, wait a minute, it's just this game, but different. Hey, I'm glad I got that. There you. I left that one open for you, whoa, dude. You have succeeded in your namesake. You may rest now. Yeah. There you go. Hey, appreciate that follow. Oh, there you go, Hobo Tutor. So we got this part. We need to be cool. And do the cool part. Man, numbers. Terrifying. So yeah, right now we're just polishing up part 2, because I make 2 commits. One of the dirty, horrible code, and then of the pretty, polished, elvish code. So let's get such polished down in here. Boop. So this lovely loop does cool stuff. Basically, it does what we want. So we loop through the things and we say, hey, increase a score variable. Score equals 0. Increase a score variable. That's what this does. Yeah, day 8 EAOC. All good, yeah. I mean, it definitely can be a little confusing as I switch between them, but yeah. Still polishing up day 8 AOC. Technically solved, but now we're cleaning her up. VRBC. Sums. Oh, don't get rid of that. Okay, score plus plus. Do we want this? We do. Huh. Huh. So, I would love to make this even cleaner, but the thing is, this for expression is barely fitting on the screen. So I think I'll leave it not doing this. Oh, wait a minute, what's this about? Did I need... Oh, look at that, a cleanup. I didn't need that variable right here. Yeah. There we go, that's good. In a minute. I did it to the wrong one. Copy and paste goes wrong, folks. There we go. That part does the trick. And now, again, making this is why extraction is so cool. The further you extract simple concepts, the simpler other functions get. So now we have this score calculating function. And we can say function calculate. Direction with the row, column, matrix, and the directions or the velocities. Take this lovely code here, boop, boop. And instead of pushing it, we can return the score. And instead of doing that, we return the score. Or we could break. Let's break. Don't need so many branching logics. Great. And now here, see, now that we've broken that into its own function, we can do the rest of this functionally. So return this dot map dir. This is the part. It's the part where we pass it to calculate scenic score, row, column, matrix, direction. Then slap on the end of it a reduce to multiply all those cool numbers together. This thing is angry as we TypeScript the loveliness. And of course, whenever you see anything that is functional followed by a reduce, you usually can combine whatever you're doing inside the map into the reduce. So instead of being like this, we can multiply B, which is the current element, as dir. There. Well, dir is B. Dir. There you go. So this works in theory. Oh, it works in reality too. That's our big number. Whoops, that's the wrong number. How dare you? Who do you think you are? Uh-oh. So it's spitting out 537, but that's not the answer to part 2. Huh. Yeah, it's not the answer to part. Ew, if I was looking at the correct day, it might be. I got, there it is. It is the correct number. Glad I didn't go run down rabbit hole. Now we're going to clean this up even further. Calculate student score. In direction. We want to be somewhat human readable. A modified A-star problem. I could see how it was pathfinding in some direction. Honestly, pathfinding did not initially come to me. But yeah, the fact that I'm using like all 4 directions and doing all these things, I could definitely see it being an A-star or a pathfinding problem in general. Yeah, so like A-star is, which was Dijkstra's with a heuristic, I think. What am I finding in this equation? I am finding... Hmm. Yeah, so it could be heavily modified. I would call it heavily modified, but I don't know if it would fit in the cute and cozy box of an A-star anymore. All exteriors are the walls. You find the path of the invisible. Yeah, for part 1. For sure, yeah. Okay, yeah, it is. It is, it is, it is. Yeah, you discover the path of the invisibility. Oh, I guess it's the inverse. Yeah, finding invisible is the same as finding visible. Yeah, okay, I would see it that way then. Definitely didn't program it that way. Maybe I did, just not in name. 8 directions, yeah. Well, 8 directions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know Dijkstra's algorithm. I know that one. Diagonals to include all invisible. I mean, this one didn't traverse diagonally. I'll trust your word on the visibility portion. Interior 9. Man, I suppose when I get to the visualization, it'll be super obvious how it is. Like the middle 3 finds the 3 to its bottom left. Okay, so yeah, middle 3 finds the 3 to its bottom left. So how does it find the 3 to its bottom left? Because it searches both 4 cardinal directions to see if it's visible from any of them, but it doesn't communicate with the lower 3 at all. So we're talking about part 2, which... Yeah, for sure. That part I got. That part I got. We start in the center, and A-star potential and visibility, so it stops before the border. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that part, completely agree with you there. We start at center, and we go through all possible in a depth first manner.
going to all possible ones, stopping when we, quote, have found a path to visibility. So we start on 3, when we try, we fail, try, fail, try, fail, try, fail. But for like 4, for example, that's a bad example. For 3, for example, we try vertically, we fail, we go to the right, we succeed, and then we finish. Okay, as you can see, it took a few explanations for you to get it in there, but yeah, A star to the first exit of the maze, I suppose. Part 2, I suppose you could also count that as A star in some way, except you're not finding, you're discovering. So you're basically routing the entire path and collecting numbers on the way for all paths. I mean, yeah, you are doing it for all paths. The way I wrote it is depth first. Maybe a different way would be breadth first, and it would slowly trickle out its way always. I mean, asymptomatically, yeah, it's all paths. That's the way I wrote it. It's first to find. Except for that one, it's over. Yeah. Well, surprised to know it's surprising to know how everything is always something else. Shoulders of giants, folks. Shoulders of giants. I definitely knew it was one of these because I was doing the coordinate. Basically, use any form of grid or search using some variation of search or flood fill or all that. For sure, yeah, it's very light. It's our first real traversal, so I doubt they'd get too crazy on us. Yeah, yeah, it's not too big. Now this I could do have an optimization here. Const directions equals this lovely array. Cause I'm tired of TypeScript being angry. Oliver Heaviside, yay! Turn directions dot sum. There we go. That makes it easier. Directions reduce easy. This is so simple. You might inline it. How badly does this look? It could look worse. This is the real one that needs to be alive. Is visible. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Ba-da-boo. Loving that. There we go. Heaviside, yeah. Press matrix. Get on up there. Okay, now I wrote this as this, which works. Well, too many curlies. So yeah, this is definitely optimized, cleaner, all the buzzwords in my book. So before I break it, let's stage it. I think we can go even further beyond. So if we traverse over this, but with a reduce, now this isn't an array, so we gotta spread the generator into one. So we return this with a reduce with our initial value being visible, then RC. We can then, of course, setting our initial visible to this big number, big math, big scary math, and we return visible plus this value converted to a Boolean. Well, it's not right. Ciao. We made it readable to functional, hot, unreadable, not garbage, but lovely one-liner. Talk of the town. Now let's make it readable again. Cool function. Somewhat. Definition of readable is quaking in its boots over here. It's something. It fits on the screen. That's all that matters. That's what readable means. Fit on screen, obviously. Turn. I believe we can expect the grid to be of any size, though statistically, based on the two inputs, it's always a square because we have 100 columns and 100 rows in the real input, though I have written mine to support rectangles. So it's between 5 by 5 and 100 by 100. But of course, the rectangle support didn't take that much effort to do, just length the first one. That reduce, best, RC, mathmax, best. Great, add the initial value, close it off. Thank you, Copilot, you big help. Ka-chow. Did we need this matrix? We did, we passed it to stuff. Okay, I'm liking this. It's a bit of a painful bit here to read. But yeah, I like this compared to this. Aside from the format. Yeah, it's about as readable. It's not getting too worse. So that will be optimize 22 day 08 tap script solution. There we go. Let's take a little perusal because we got yesterday's and we got today's. I think I'll do today's 8's visualization tomorrow because we are somewhat close to getting 7's working. Oh, 2022, 7. For those who weren't here at the beginning, 07, aka yesterday's visualization, is this. It's somewhat working. It also takes half an eternity to run, but it's the visualization of the file size file thing. Oh no, yeah, that definitely sounds like a little bit. I mean, if anyone would figure it out, some advent of coder definitely would. But yeah, I would not put myself down that rabbit hole. I check back probably tomorrow, the solutions mega thread, find the mathy solutions. And yeah, it's getting there. This is what we were able to do like 30 minutes before. If you saw yesterday's, then you kind of can see what this is. This is representing the size of directories. Now the animation is not doing what I want, and it's not what I want it to be, but it's getting there. That's what we're gonna try to at least make some improvements on before we call it a good night. Oh, that's a lot of consoles. Let's first get rid of that. When did my computer start go slow? There we go. So I do think I figured out the proper whatever for this. So what I'd first like is a label to be like, this is where you are. Plus we need to actually use the traversal matplotlib. No, not yet. Yeah, it's classic HTML. I am using Plotly as the library because it has a sunburst thing built in. I tried D3 for day 1 visualization. It was painful. Not looking forward to that. But yeah, HTML for this one. A bit accessible, so no one has to download anything. Yeah, close that, open that. But yeah, basically shoved in the input. I mean, this will eventually be a file upload thing. Took some of the solution code and yeah, trying to shove this in and animate with Plotly. So first thing is that it's kind of doing it in the wrong order. I want this to be in order of discovery. This is depth first or something. I have messed around with it, to be honest. It's I mean, I guess I'm technically using it because I'm using Copilot, right? But yeah, I've messed around with ChatGPT and DALL-E for the image stuff.
it's some interesting stuff. Every time I try to go on it, it's like we have too much traffic. I can't answer your questions, so that sucks. But aside from that, it's been pretty cool. Like the content, the threading feature is its main benefit, being that it can actually remember what you last said to it and keep contextual information. But yeah, cool technology. It is always confident, which is tricky, because even when it's wrong, it's confident enough to make you think it's right. So you gotta, even more than GitHub Copilot, you gotta check its work. But for the most part, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it can do some cool. You're not wrong, Madeline. You're not wrong there. Yeah, I mean it's from what, 2021, which you think, oh, that's not that old. No, it's 2 years or like a year and a two old. Technology just moves so freaking fast, you know? Hmm. Sorry, I got distracted. Version pass. Yeah, I mean I've messed with have I? Yeah, I've messed with it in Python with some. Oh, do I have any around here? Um, cause I've done my problems. Where are all these solution code at? Heck. Oh, that must be in another repo. I did do some other. I literally don't know where they are. I'm very disorganized, Advent here. I did some matplot. Was this one of the ones? Rotate metrics, right? The heck is this? The heck is this? Show me. Okay, I guess I didn't do a matplot, but I did do some before. Ye old days. Not much though. Oh, did it finish? Look at that. It's a visualization that's laggy. It's not finished. Okay, let's restart because it says like root is 44,000. Oh, computer is about to be unhappy. Okay, so this isn't cool. Ah, that's why it isn't. Yeah, that's right, because I'm building it after the fact, not before. Right, so I need to hook this into real algorithm. Let's get real algorithm. There we go. So this is the thing that needs to be hooked into the visualization. So what I need to do is every time this gets updated, re-render the entire thing, recalculate all the values. Got it. So we have our root. We have this. Technically after every command, so after cd and ls, we do this thing, which is update viz, which means congratulations, you got upgraded. You're asynchronous now. Input VS Code create folding. I always forget this. There we go. Whoops, wrong symbols. Again, eventually this will be in its own file. There we go. Now we can shut you up. We can, wait, what? Why? What have I done wrong? Oh, darn you. Oh, no, you fold the wrong thing. Do you not like this in HTML? Where you can also where slash region. I did that. But I did that. Maybe you don't like it. Because you're technically this is an HTML file or whatever, right? I'm not really going to care about it. We'll just put it at top of file. It'll be good enough for now. Again, we have no intention of fully completing this, just getting it to a passable state. Hello, input. Goodbye, input. There we go. Now, this is the part where actually we start building this up. So, no longer return root. IDs, labels, things. Congratulations, you're a global now. Plotly data, love it. Plotly plot the data. And here's the fun part. I guess this is technically a new thing. Right, this is always going to be new. Hey, there you go, Steve Films. Get that Code Wars experience in there. Boop, boop. No, not here. There we go, update viz. So for every command you run, you regenerate the data. Very expensive, big expenses. Now this part does need to happen, but we don't do the animation here. We do it over here. Nice, Ruby and C Sharp. Speaking of, yeah, everyone's C Sharp is the newest hype apparently. Yeah, and this is the cool function. I guess we live here. IDs, labels, parents, values. So you're pushing them. I don't need you to push them. I need you to collect them. Congratulations, you just became an inline function. Welcome to your fate. No one's gonna bother this. Absolutely terrifying. Await it. That will be good. Oof, big spooky. And then here, another await. But this is the promised one. You sleep. Sleep, I say. Up. Would help if I spelled the await keyword correctly. I have enjoyed this theme, but time to go back to the default one. Now we do need initial data here. This isn't a thing I have. Well, it is. It's a bunch of empty arrays. Congratulations, you're a bunch of empty arrays. Now down here, we start calling our, what is it? Build file system with the input. Now this is my theory, should be more true to actually what the algorithm, as we like to call it, is doing. Moment of truth, folks. Watch the big error. Big error, file system not defined, 1089. There we go, we need to do that on the root. Oh, look at it, look at her go, look at all those thoughts. That's going a little fast. It's going a little jittery too. Let's go slower. Slow, I say. Oh, this animation's also cranked down to 100. How about you play the animation slower? Yeah, it's getting there, Madeline. It's getting. Ooh, look at that smooth. Ooh, look at this. Look at them whoosh. The whoosh. Oh yeah. Well, what was that? Oh, it was a baby folder. Whoosh. Whoosh. Okay, now there's a lot of blue here. We'd like some color variety, which I imagine won't be. Yeah, second try. What's it doing? Oh, it's over here. Okay, yeah, so now we need some colors to actually know. Where are you? But yeah, okay, so this would also be pre-calculated and based on durations, how long you want this thing to go on. It would also help if I were to console log this output, because I have a theory that this may be a promise, but the best way to figure out a theory is to test it. It's a promise. We can look at that. Look, it's a promise. We can just be like, haha, I will wait for you. So now I don't have to do math with set timeout. We'll make sure never to actually start before we finish. Ooh, lovely. Plotly, I don't know. It's a pretty nice graphing library. I've used Chart.js before, but winning my heart. Great, now we want more colors, but we also want certain colors for a certain path.
How do we style stuff? Like to style some stuff. Good sire. Const. I guess we can inline this, to be honest. Boop. 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 Uh-oh. Ah. Come on. I accidentally hit the wrong keybind. Yeah, these some fancy circles, Aaron. They're all blue, but they are fancy. Ooh, look at that one. Ew. Whoosh. What do they mean? They don't mean nothing. So this is actually like one of them file structures for like a real folder, but their names are just absolute gibberish. Yeah, first we gotta update these colors. So like I want to see what my current directory is highlighted. I don't know how I want it highlighted. It's gotta be highlighted. But yeah, we getting there. So let's go look at Plotly docs. Random. I mean, I don't know if I want random colors. I just want colors at this point. Tired of seeing all the blue. That's Python. How dare you? Matplotlib's coming to comp me. Plotly.js random colors. I guess I should say in a sunburst. Graph color issue. There you go. That's how to set it. Sunburst traced. Sure. Using polar bars. Guess they always didn't have this built in. Probably look at the real docs too. Who knows? Documentation may contain information. There we go. Color equal parents. This is Python, a little terrifying, but computationally. Oh, that's going for a column. We don't have that. Sunburst trace. Oh, okay. That's what they call it. Not sure what this is. Not even sure this is my code. Hey, it's cool they made one. This isn't me though. Congratulations. Hey, look at some docs. You have time to go back to the docs. Basic sunburst branch. We already figured this out. That's how they calculate math. Labels, all the blue. You see, look at all these blues. What? How did you do that? Here we go. Sunburst colorway. Okay, and this is the doc, so I can. Okay, here we go. We read the docs. Document. Sets the default color slice defaults to the main colorway used. If you specify, it will be extended with lighter and darker. Slice colors will be extended to 3 times by first repeating. Oh, I love that. Let's do this. Extended tree map colors. Yeah, let's do that. I like more colors. We all like more colors in the world. Extend my colors. Hey, there you go, see films. Practice that logic. I see lots of blues. Defaults to the main colorway. Ah, here we go. Default trace colors. So I want a variety of them. I want them shuffled and randomized. So I can do this. Hard code it. So let's first make sure this is where we put our colors. Red, green, blue. Yeah, 3 colors. Congratulations. I mean, I'm also not doing something super difficult as I was with the nerd candies on the first one. But yeah, it's a pretty great library. These aren't my colors.
a Zenitsu 011. These aren't my colors. Where are my colors at? Okay, back to the docks. Oh, it's in the layout box. No wonder nothing's working. Putting it in the wrong thing. So let's see if the extension actually does anything. Okay, the extension don't do nothing. Use my colors. Hey, so we are over here, Advent of Code, making some visualizations here of the day 7. That's a lot of red. That's a lot of red. That's a lot of red. So yeah, basically, day 7 was to go through a file structure and generate all the tree and generate which sizes were belonging to which things and do terrible math. I'm trying to make a visualization of it, and it's getting there. We already completed day 8's problem earlier tonight. They're all red. Why so red? I understand they're all inheritance based. Could we not do this? Control text orientation. Do I care about text orientation? I like the text as it is. Hey, there you go, C-Films. Poly.js, randomize. Randomize colors. So much red. I mean, if I click on the red, will it? Oh, come on. I probably can't interact while it's animating or whatever. I said JavaScript. Interesting. I guess we try the top one. Reserve purple for when a group gets too large, it splits. So I like that I can do that. I gotta figure out. Nope, I didn't mean to close that. Purple specifically. We have purple on these examples. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of purple. So when it gets too large, it splits the color, which is what I want it to do. I basically want that will effectively make it split on all. Split. Oh. Colorway. Yeah, I just don't know how to use the library. Auto expand. Color scale. No, that's not it. Colorway. This is default trace colors. So if I get access to a trace, then I can modify its colors. I saw those docs. Oh, one of these somewhere. Trace. Let's set up history. Automatically. There we go. Sunburst traces. This is what I need to directly modify. Visualize hierarchical data, type name, visible. Great, okay. I probably can just straight up touch the plot while I animate like this. Yeah. It's all good, Hobo Tutor. I appreciate it. But yeah, you're not wrong. As much as I love infographics and stuff, this is the part that's obviously not lovable. Like, I see it in my head, but how do I get there, right? Precisely, precisely. I do like it. They do have it here. I just have to figure out how to get down to it because they call it a sunburst trace. Oh, that's got lots of thing traces. Where is it? Okay, what was the point of me clicking on that page if you didn't? Yeah, I imagine so. I mean, yeah, that's part of the challenge, right? Reading through documentation. I don't mind it as long as I am making progress, right? I mean, yeah, so like it's all here. It's just reading it. Color 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, would help if I spelled the word right. There we go. 179. Great. So I just need to access the individual ones. So I imagined I did. Plot equals ka-chow. So I'm just gonna dig it in with discovery. Plot. No, not PL. Plot. Plot. There it is. Oh, it's a promise. Okay. I mean, I love promises, but I got a reference to this. Did you attach something to my poor HTML element? Did you give it special secret attributes? There you go. Look at all these special secret attributes. Special secret attributes. Full layout. It looks like a lot of stuff in there. Full data. What's in there? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Input. Yep, I gave you lots of inputs. Yeah, of course, of course. Yeah, I wouldn't see that in a million years for sure. Yeah, we're taking secrets. We opened up its insides. We're navigating through its guts. All these underscore private variables. Yeah, it sucks for you, JavaScript. I can see everything. Just gotta figure out where you hiding all the colors. That's a color map right there. Ooh, oh, they're on the root only. Ah, so there are some colors. Sunburst color map. Oh, wait a minute. This is a color map of all things. Okay, so if I find the ID of whatever his face is, great. Is that in the doc somewhere? I can customize a color map. Sunburst colorway. Nope. Great thought. So that's one place I'm gonna try to poke at. Normal colorway, color scale. We love. Another colorway. Awesome. Okay, that all seems good. Can we not do the animation now? I want to animate a little bit, but then I want to stop animating. Let's see. If is length greater than 100, return and make animation fast again. Just put data on page for me to fill with. I would already count that as 100 in my book, but okay, you keep going. Okay, well, how many IDs are there? Jeez. Oh, wow, that's not really increasing a lot. Okay, if IDs greater than 25. Didn't realize there were that many entities.
or that few for that many visually. There we go. Great. Okay, now we can my div start messing it up. Okay, time to scroll up. My div underscore content, I think it was. Never mind. Oh, wrong one. That's why you gotta remember things. Is it full layout or full data? We'll figure it out. Till is S, so I can just skip characters. There we go. Sunburst color map is under full layout. Great. Got no idea if it's gonna work, but we're gonna poke it. Sunburst color map. Great. So we're gonna be like, hey you, or the heck your name is, the red one. Your color is now yellow. Now I have to tell Plotly to render, which is how do we tell Plotly to render? Plurally, that helps. Plotly.js re-render. I mean, I might actually, since they do seem to access it via the reference or redraw, that looks like what I want. So it's Plotly dot redraw, right? And then you tell it what to redraw. Easy. My div. No DOM with with ID of. Well, I didn't know you took an ID. Okay, not what I'm looking for. We'll look back at the color map, make sure turned into what I wanted it. Ah, it did not. Okay, so this is a read-only thing. Awesome. Okay, so let's try and Google through this again. So Plotly JS Sunburst change color for children burst. That's what these are called. Color issue, color levels. One of these. I'll figure out the Python way in doing it, and then maybe JavaScriptify it. Subsection color. There it is. Please tell me you found this. Gonna be sad if you don't know how to do this. I don't think we need all these tabs. My internet definitely doesn't think we need all these tabs. There we go. Too much blue. Ooh, look what you did there. I love what you did there. How'd you do it? You need to set the colors array. Wait, what? Why do you have no upvotes? That's a little spooky. Set the colors array of the marker object. Then you can set the color for every single part of this diagram. First value have the first color. Second value, second color. Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, so I guess I'm using marker now. You also use opacity, so I'll bring that along. That's the data. Data. Where's the data? But somewhere around here. My eyes just can't find it. There's the data. Opacity 1. Why'd you do opacity? To get the real colors. Yeah, we don't want transparency. That's cool. These look like great colors. Will it wrap around, though, when I get more than 6 items? Tune in next episode to find out. Aha. So it doesn't do that. It just keeps on. So the last one is the last one that gets applied. Okay, so I just need to generate more colors. Probably didn't even need to do it this way. Just need to give it more colors. And it uses the last one for all the remaining ones. Oh, okay. Okay, that's just... No, okay, that is actually a different behavior. So we do want this. Don't want that. I just need to generate a bazillion random colors. Easy. Well, firstly, I'm just gonna generate 360. So const colors equals lovely, or let I equals 0, I less than 360. Those who know color math will know exactly where I'm going. Generate 360 HSL around the HSL wheel or whatever. And then, I'll just put them in here. It'll be a nice gradient of some kind. Of course, all those reds look awfully similar. That's okay, we can Fisher Yates colors array. Copilot will write that for me. Thanks for giving that Google. Now it should be nice and shuffled. Hey, look at that. Okay, so this is, well, that initial one doesn't need a color, but okay, we're there. Yeah, this is kind of what I wanted. Now, we'd like to make one path of them black, which is going to be super fun. But I could generate that. Welcome to the world, C-Films. Yep, they don't have ternaries. I believe they use inline if-elses, because their inline ifs and elses are a lot more. They can do more stuff. But yeah, I did know that. Someone who rated here before taught me about that. Don't use Kotlin, so why I didn't know it. But yeah, that is cool. We don't need opacity 1. Yeah, it can be a little tough one for sure. Whoa, dude. They are increasing in difficulty, but yeah, 08 jawbreaker programmatically. It was our first graphing one, so yeah, it's always fun learning new concepts though, right folks? Gotta enjoy that. Yeah, the jawbreaker candy ball. Yeah, maybe that's what day 9's gonna be, huh? I don't think I need all these docs anymore. There we go. Okay, this is working pretty well. Now I want to fix. I guess we don't need plot anymore. Before we call this, I do want to fix my. What's up with these two numbers? Do I need both of these numbers? I live with one number. I like this book, so that seems to look pretty fine to Mindbug. It is longer for whatever reason. Man, I like this. Do I need this one? So I don't know what the heck a frame is, or I mean what they're doing with Plotly with frames. No, I like both of them. Okay, yeah, we kind of need them both for the prettiness. All we need to do is fix these freaking IDs. Fix these IDs. Console log. This is already annoying me. Wait, how do you do animation without increasing the number of IDs? That doesn't make sense. Oh, when you get to a directory, you don't really. I mean, directories do have sizes. I don't know they have a size of 0. Is that why my animation's a little jerky? Yeah, we'll figure that out. But yeah, all these slashes. Too many slashes. So while we do start at home for the first one, the rest of them don't do that. So it's basically our IDs. Instead of pushing this, it's gonna be path.length, aka you got some stuff, then sure, join together. Otherwise, you are nothing. I think we're about to find out. Try normal looking IDs. Look at those not normal IDs. Tag nabbit.
New path is old path plus entity name. Oh, the name of the first entity is forward slash. Isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna be baddies. Be like, okay, great, your ID is this. Replace your trailing or your starting double forward slash with a normal forward slash. Regex not happy with all the symbols, but should be able to figure that part out. We're gonna want to make this work because gotta sync the IDs of their parents for them to know where they exist. There we go. This looks a lot better. My eyes like this. Great, so this is working good. Now what we want to do is figure out where we are and color all of those black. But we want to take the colors out, but put them back in accordingly. So our colors... Oh, this also is part of the party, is it not? Yes, values. So we want to generate colors, but then keep that order of the colors. Keep a mapping of colors. There we go. Everyone gets a color, and then I'll pull your color back out again. There we go. Colors.push get color entity, but we don't really care about your entity. We care about your entity ID, which is right on up here. Why am I using old? I forget old parent. That's right. Okay, lots of programmatic improvements here. Congratulations, there's your ID. Get color for ID. This is the part that lives outside. So, cute little iffy. We love iffies. Cost get color equals lovely. Return cool function. Cost colors equals a new map. Congratulations. If colors doesn't have it, pick a random within 360. I think I need this floored, but sure, I think that'll work. Then return your lovely color. Congratulations. Sorry, brain's thinking. So these are my colors. Now, where do I render my colors? Right here. Uh-oh. This is a marker colors. It's a nested object. Hopefully that's cool to update. You're cool doing that. Be cool, Plotly. Be cool. Yeah, which means we're not doing that. I love that, but we don't do that now. Yeah, we can keep those IDs. Sadness. Colors is not defined. 1094. Don't have the thing. Const colors equals congratulations. Uh-oh. Those aren't my colors. No. Awesome. So let's put this back in here. Markers, colors, blue, red. Maybe it needs an initial value, and then you can update it. These aren't my colors at all. Hey, I appreciate that. Ritty02. Hope your day's been treating you well, or your night at this point. We're over here trying to do some visualizations, so we just broke them. We broke the colors with our Advent of Code Day 7 solution. Marker colors. Markers, there we go. We love not programming in TypeScript. Oh, that still don't work. Oh, go forward, or go back, rather. Okay, let's put that back to that. See if it'll work. No, I am animating them. These are randomized. Let's not do this anymore. See if that keeps it stable.
Oh, see the color? That color changed. Okay, so that's another issue entirely. Hey, there you go, C-Films. Obviously not in Kotlin, but glad they getting some ternaries in there. Hmm. Okay, so pre-generating all the colors in the world we would need would work. Let's look at my IDs though, 'cause I feel like that could be what's catching it on fire. So let's watch this order change. 14 and 10. Here we go. So we should see Q, 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 and then look at that. The order changes, which breaks the colors, which makes sense. So I need to keep the order the same. Do I keep it the order I've seen it in last, basically? The discovery order. So I'll keep track. Someone needs to keep track of the order these are discovered, and that will fix the color desync issue, which, while sadly, no, that's not good. We want to be able to change these as the animation plays. A intelligence, how's it going? Over here, we're fighting against some colors here, trying to make these be colorfully different. I hope it's been going well for you. This is the day 7 visualization of Advent of Code. It's not taking my colors. Hey, that sounds great. I'm glad to hear it. But if we didn't use these colors, font, marker, colors. So Plotly animate. Let's look at those docs. JS, Plotly animate. I'm glad to hear that, intelligence. Animating the data. We love this. Animate data, traces 0. The heck is a trace? Animating the layout. Okay, I don't really want to touch the layout. Named frames. Oof, fancy. Predefined frames. Oh, that's cool. Sequences of many frames. Ah. Shuffling the IDs. Okay, yeah, we love that. Shuffle. That's cool, I guess. Okay, all very cool stuff. Yeah, intelligence. Aaron is here. The one, the man, the legend, the bear man. So they animate traces 0. This is the painful thing. Like, you describe what's going on, but you don't tell me what I can do with you. Tell me your secrets. I love examples. Okay, we're gonna GitHub Plotly JS. Since you're not gonna tell me anything useful, let's look at the code. Now maybe I can inspect it in the actual Plotly JS. There we go. See if we can see something here. Animate. Hopefully this is not minified. The fact that they don't want to open. Oh, that's a .min file. Nice knowing you. Great, let's look in. It's gonna be one of these. Noticing a significant lack of TypeScript here. Core. Okay, let's What is that? Yeah, it's animate lower A. Okay, we'll figure that. You know, searching the entire thing. There's our function. Plot API, animate. There we go. Is main animate. Okay, we found the thing. Now we gotta wait for my browser to not freeze like a block of ice. Oh, browser, Firefox, giving up the ghost on us. It's okay. Probably because that tab's open doing lots of thinking. Too much thinking, apparently, for the fox. I can't attack it in any way. I do have the 25, so actually that frame's not doing anything. It's GitHub we blame. Well, okay, I guess we're force quitting it. Oops, just realized that was my other Firefox too. Let me get that back online. Come on, Firefox, I'm still here. Stream just struggling. Struggle bus, here we go. There we go. We're making our way back. Boop. And there it is. Oh, I already clicked allow. Stop. There we go, we back online. Okay, let's close some tabs. Okay, so what we want to do is set the color of certain things. We're gonna try easily be nice to it to try to get through these docs. There we go. This is the one I want. Go in. Don't think. Just go. Go. Go, GitHub. Go. There we go. We found it. Where is it? Well, it was here. I just saw it. There's our animate. Hey, good night, Madeline. Appreciate you coming on by. Hey, of course, I try my best. It's always a learning opportunity. What the heck? Okay, I don't understand any of this. Graph frame or group name and what the heck? What am I looking at here? Pass you two objects. Frame or group name or frame list. Interesting. Let me make sure my colors are actually doing the right thing. I just assumed colors was cool, good, and hip. Maybe it's not cool, good, and hip. Maybe it's trash. Maybe it's a bunch of nans in a trench coat. Nope, these are good looking colors. How do I know these aren't working? Wait, why are there 500 of them? By the gods, why? And why are they all not black? When I specifically said colors push black, I made them all black. Significant lack of... Oh, now they're all black. Bad. This is bad. It's not doing at all what I wanted. Let's drop the initial... Well, let's comment. Control-Shift-A. Control-Shift-A. Oh, that's what... Wow, I don't know how I goofed that one. I know how I did. I was switching between things quickly, but ain't no excuse. It's been working this entire time. It's all good. It's all good. It's only 2:40 a.m. We can blame it on that. This is what I originally tried. Why does this not look like it's working for whatever reason? There it is. Yep, it's 2:40 a.m. and I am goofing all over the place. Made an iffy and I didn't call it, which makes it look like it's not doing anything. Got me good. Got me real good. Okay, so we got this part working. We'll swap it out for black for where we currently are. It's all gonna work. It was me. It wasn't it, or yeah, it wasn't in them. It was me. We don't need marker here. We don't need this here. Get color ID. Now this is gonna be the fun part. If current working directory, basically traverse through all these, or get traverse through work path, generate all the IDs, if any are included. La di di di. Const work ID, work path IDs. Yeah, it's much nicer. I just kept fighting with the API, but it was me fighting the whole time. We're gonna finish it up, get it to like where the current path is like blacked or something, so you can see how we made it to where we currently are, and then we're gonna call it. Because I just goofed on the API itself, so it was good. I was bad, but yeah, it's getting there pretty close. Okay, so I'll need to do const work path clone equals path while work path, yeah, live. I actually get the ID of all my ancestors. That's a really great idea. Heck no, we're not doing that. So const ID equals work path join replace. There you go. Const ancestors new set. Congratulations. Ancestors add work path pop. Keep doing this until we reach the one ancestor, which is slash 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 slash. And then if ancestors has this ID, then you're gonna use flat. Otherwise, yeah, pick a color. And maybe I gotta turn the animation. It's already turned up to 1000. Okay, so it's not working just yet. Wait a minute. They're all around the central one. That changed. Oop, I modified the work path. Supposed to be talking to the clone. Talk to the clone. Probably should log my current working directory to see where it is up. Console log work path. And might as well log my ancestors too. See who is my family. Lacking a trailing forgetting slash there. Did the regex rip it off? Well, I can see why the IDs are not working. These aren't proper IDs. Yeah, that sounds like definitely a way to do it. Pairs the IDs of the colors based on darkness and lightness to a range. Each color grouping has 30 shades. One's darkest, 29's lightest. Yeah, I can definitely see that. That would definitely make it more visually appealing than just random colors. But at least like this is some variety, and the yeah, each color is 30 shades. I believe that's what Plotly itself actually does with the extended range. It takes your colors you give it and kind of like Tailwind, though Tailwind is actual design, not programmatically, but programmatically generates shades for it in a way. But yeah, I could definitely see doing that for each of the parents here. And because the problem was they were all blue. But if it's dark blue, then lighter, 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 that's definitely acceptable. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't doing it like they say that that's the way they break it up into X amount many shades. It just never did it. So don't know what setting I need to turn on for that. But yeah, right now random's good enough for me. Like I said, not getting this finished tonight. Just looking to highlight my current path. So let me see, how's ID work again? Yeah, so my ancestors include these ones. I don't know how I goofed on. There you go. Yep, yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see a way of going about that. Or even starting to pull to like drift from the API and literally make a boop 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 boop. Like we're really close to pulling this out because looking at this, this is straight up SVG. So if I wanted to, I could make my own SVG path on top of this and just be like, I'm done with your colors. This is why I like libraries that are SVG based. If you really need to, you can start pulling off manual stuff. Yeah, definitely not hitting that one today though. Hey, Zenitsu, yeah, we're still getting there, cat. Oh, don't need to do that. Let me actually look at my IDs before I start ripping stuff out. IDs. Yeah, so these have forward slashes in them because they're being passed to their parent or whatever. Ah, annoying. So, okay, I can figure this out. Forward slash plus. Again, baddies, bad code, just work. Oh, freaked that one out. Ah, yeah, that's what freaked it out. Because work path doesn't actually ever include the root. Because the root is by default. Gotcha. Ciao. There you go. Ah, because that is how long ago I was supposed to take a break. And actually, it looks like that thing rolled over to a negative value. That's okay. Ooh, look at it. There it goes. Yeah. Okay. Final time, we'll give this a real run for its money. I think 250 is the reasonable minimum here. And now you can see where it's currently calculating. Now, I think it's off by 1. It's hard to tell. Because we generate data further in than it looks like we should be. Hey, there you go, see films. The colors themselves are random, like all the red, greens, and blues. Like me and Hobo Tutor were talking about making it like more shades or stuff. But yeah, they are just random at this point. And black is a trail to where you currently are located. Though yeah, lots of color improvements to be made for sure. Let's try to get this thing. Oh, look, you can see where we all CD'd all the way back out and going to the next one. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make an idea. Let's see how fast this thing can go without catching on fire. Hmm, not too bad. So this is telling it to animate. What if I just... Okay, I don't know how to do that. I'm not about to figure it out. But yeah. I mean, it functions at such low 10 milliseconds. Wonder what? Yeah, this is the part where I need to actually calculate how long it's supposed to take so you can set a duration and stuff. Yes, definitely. How much value do we have? 14. Oh, we still got so much more numbers to go. 14.7, 15.4. We need to get to like 48 or something. That's how much really is in here. But look at it go. Yeah, no, so yeah, next time, yeah, tomorrow for sure, gonna be working on some of these, or, oh, what the heck happened there? Lots of blues, random algorithms, they do that. Yeah, next time I'm gonna be polishing on one of these visualizations for sure, maybe this one, though probably gonna go back to day 3 and finish off day 3, so that way it's got the custom duration and the part 2 visualization. Probably gonna, or no, actually, we'll just stick with part 1. Come back later for part 2, perhaps, and get that one finished off. And then, yeah, day 9, maybe we fiddle around with this, get this thing going faster, and on and on and on. Let's go find maybe someone else advent of coding to raid. Any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the chat. This browser tab is literally crumbling as you watch. But it's all good. Ooh, Nick1 data size doing advent of code. Look at that. And wow, everyone else on my list is offline. Okay, let's check out anyone else in software game dev. Otherwise, Nick1 is our go-to. They're cool. Rated them before. Oh, that's me. Since I will be somewhat dipping. Yeah, they're pretty cool. So yeah, appreciate y'all coming by. I'll catch those who will make it tomorrow. And yeah. Okay, I have to stop this. This is making my computer slow now. Yeah, we're gonna go check out Nick1 Data Science. They do some pretty cool data science stuff. Oops, Cider McDread. Let's check them out. Came in just under the wire there. Do 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 do. Oh, they're also doing some advent of code. New Linux. Okay. Oh yeah, they're doing all kinds of fancy terminal stuff. What does that? That is STD. Got no idea what language that is, but yeah, it looks cool. We will, on your suggestion, we'll give them a shot. They seem all right. So yeah, let's go over there, show them some support. They only got 3 viewers, so hang around a little bit, folks, before dipping off. And I will catch you next time. Ooh, Rust. Okay, yeah, those who have no Sudo Mateo, you would definitely. Sudo Mateo is always doing Rust. I don't know why I don't recognize it. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out Cider McDread. Show him a little Rust love. I will catch you all next time. Toodaloo.